Alrighty. I have been told that we're live, so I'm going to assume that we are. Greetings, everyone. Good evening, good day, good whatever. Doesn't really matter. Don't care. We're going to wave at your faces. Hello, I am the Bardic Knock, and tonight we're going to be continuing our adventure through my homebrewed, created 3.5 edition Dungeons and Dragons game. For those of you who don't know the difference, 3.5 is just old and outdated, but it's more complicated. So, yeah.
We're technically the retro channel.
Yeah, oh my god, I've just realized. You know what we are? We're those hipster douchebags who choose to listen to things on vinyl instead of just downloading them like a normal human being.
What are you saying about my
No,
vinyl collection,
the
bro?
quality's just better, man.
I kind of wish we could just be crotchety old men instead. You know, back in my day, we didn't have long rests. You just slept the night and healed only your character level and hit points every night.
We haven't quite reached the old man. You know, to be crotchety, we'd have to go back to AD&D. We're not quite there yet. Sorry, I'm just the messages going every which way. Okay, I need to stop looking at Discord. More important things, Dungeons and Dragons. It's happening. Once again, my name is Bardic Knock, or Matt, if you want to talk to me like a real human being instead of just a random name and face over the internet. And you see, there are lovely other people here, and they should probably say their names and introduce themselves. So, guys, you know the routine. Paco.
Other way.
Don't blink.
Hey there, yeah, I'm Don't Blink. I'm the very charismatic, but maybe not at times, but very mysterious sorcerer named Paco. Hopefully he'll be coming out of his shell more and more as you guys keep tuning in.
It's actually been very enjoyable watching him come out of his shell, piece by piece. Waiting for him to have his reactions to what the party's been doing. Just below that, there is Blake. He is just fixing some internet issues. I think he lives somewhere rather rural and has issues with that. So he might be able to jump back in. If not, well, then we'll all be sad. Blake, hopefully you can fix internet sooner rather than later. Under that, we have Rebecca. Rebecca, who are you?
Who am I? Glad you asked. I'm Rebecca. I'll be playing half-orc bard Primrose, who is in love with Liza. Always.
Really? I would never have guessed.
Eliza is an NPC of my creation. Apparently, Rebecca just can't get enough of my stupid characters.
I can't. It's a problem.
Okay. Did you say what Primrose is?
Yes.
Like race, class? Or am I going insane?
You're going
insane.
insane.
I'm going insane. Yes.
I am. Cool. I've been planning on this. It's my life goal. You know, insanity, mental home, get let out, mass murder spree. I'm on the right track.
Insanity carefully disguised by a D&D game.
Exactly. So, next
well.
along, TJ, you just spoke as well, so introduce yourself.
I am TJ. I'll be playing the Halfling Rogue Flick.
Okay. So, moving on to the player who keeps making both the best and worst decisions.
Yes.
Cody.
My name's Cody. I play Kid, who is part fighter, part wizard, split right down the middle right now, kind of leaning towards the magical bit. Kid is 16 and has thus far had one idea after another with a variable success rate. Sometimes it's a good idea to throw the dwarven alcohol to burn some rats, and sometimes it's a good idea to walk out holding a bag of gold and get shot a bunch. But at the same time, I'm still alive, so I guess that tells you something.
It certainly says that goblins aren't quite very good shots.
I mean, we'll hope and pray for the failure of others, and it hasn't let us down.
You know, if we can't pray for our own successes, we can just hope that everybody else fails.
Can always trust in everybody else's failure.
Oh yes.
As is protocol, yes.
And finally, he wasn't here last week. He was off. I don't even know what he was doing.
Playing with a
I'm
bunch of
going
little
to-
kids in the middle of a desert.
Phrase it like that.
Yeah, that sounds
Summer
legitimate.
camp, in other words.
Yes, summer camp.
I mean, yes. Exactly that. Summer camp. And all that entails.
Making you worse, man. Making you worse.
Including knee injuries, wrist injuries, and various, luckily not mine, broken bones.
You're describing regular summer camp.
Yep.
We don't have summer camps over here, so all I know about them is what I have been exposed to via television and movies. So,
Watch
Ours
Adam's
is-
Family Values, and you'll get the gist of it.
did shenanigans occur? Summer camp shenanigans.
Okay, I went
Depends
to
on
a
what you
summer
mean
camp
by
as a kid.
shenanigans.
I went to a summer camp as a kid, and the most memorable part of the entire thing was as we were approaching it, me and my dad were in the car by ourselves, and we were driving up, and I saw a cat in the middle of the road on the double yellow line. And as we got closer, I couldn't realize what was weird about this situation other than that the cat was in the middle of the road. And then I realized it is that the cat was sitting perfectly up straight, but it was missing its head.
Oh dear.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Boy.
that's what I remember about summer camp.
I don't
So-
think you could possibly forget that.
Right? Whether there are some other dark memories that is somehow shielding me from, I don't know. But that is what I remember.
And now we know why TJ drinks.
I think you broke our DM as well.
I seem to like that one.
Anyways,
had to mute
I am
myself 'cause I realized no
Archer,
one could-
and I am playing Keldor, the Null Knight.
Good save. Good save,
Okay,
Archer.
so yeah. TJ, you do know at some point I'm just gonna make a headless cat appear in this game just for that.
Oh, please no.
Ooh, okay.
Ah. So now that we've started from that place, where do we go from here?
Good God, we actually have a lot of viewers, and we're starting to lose them since they finally caught up to the point in the cat story. Okay, let's go on the game.
Welcome, viewers.
Okay.
This is our game. How are you today?
Hope
And we don't
everyone
even have our
enjoys.
druid to bring it back.
Um,
Oh,
anyhow,
there is no anyhow, Matt. We can't. There's no.
anyhow, moving swiftly on and less about the decapitated cat.
Decapitated.
I was just gonna say it.
Moving past the cat, where we left off.
Where we left off, you guys are continuing your whatever you want to call it, assault, delving into murder fest through these occupied dwarven mines. Where you had last left off, there had been some serious injury. Flick got better. And yeah, you're all. The combat's over. There's lots of dead goblins, and I'm sorry, I've lost all my patter. I'm just trying not to think of the. No, I am a professional. This is a lie. I continue to tell myself. I can control it.
I will restrain any future roadkill stories for the integrity of the game.
In the zone. Serious.
There we go.
I think I should be able to have made it across that gap.
Oh yeah, that's good enough, easily. So there is a rather dense smell of both heat and now goblin blood surrounding this entire area. You have thrown several goblin corpses into this boiling, swirling pool of water. So, you get to just see blood fill that slowly. Like, not like, ooh, it's turning red. It's like, yep, there's a stream of blood. And there's just that goblin corpse just floating around. Okay. Keldor, you have also made that jump over. That's absolutely fine.
All right, and it was Angus who skewered the last goblin, right?
Yes, I
Yeah.
do believe so.
So right as he skewers the last one, to pick up sort of with the image that we had at the end of the last one, Flick got boiled nearly to death, and then crawled out of the water behind Kid, was down to 3 hit points before Eliza healed him back up to full. When he stood up kind of jerkily and ran and somersaulted over the gap here and put a dagger through the throat of one of the goblins, and then ran up to the one that he's behind over here and tried to kill him before Angus came up and stabbed him. So as Angus guts this one, Flick has 2 daggers in his hands, and he just raises them like both up and just starts stabbing this thing. And there's no like delicacy. Like his normal attacks are all very finesse, always looking for the weak spot. He's just full out, like almost like an ape would smash something in front of it, just happens to have daggers in his hands and is just going completely ape shit on this goblin corpse.
Wait, did you say crawled out of the water or fished out of the water? I can't remember.
Fished out of the water. He climbed up the rope.
So this goblin in front of you, you're just like hacking and slashing and stabbing and going, if anything, needlessly over the top in the amount of murdering you are doing. I mean, would you like to give any specific? Like, are you just stabbing like the same part, or are you purposely like aiming for like?
He's just going for center mass.
Open, like how much are you?
He's just going for center mass, and he is just continuously, like almost psychotically stabbing into the ever widening hole that is being created in this goblin corpse. And to make it even eerier, he's not making any sounds. He's not like whimpering or screeching or crying or yelling or anything. He's just breathing as loudly as he needs to keep his arms moving. And it just seems like he's broken. He's snapped.
Keldor will walk up to Flick and just very silently just put a hand on his back and just kind of slowly like kind of guide him away from it.
And he doesn't really resist you pulling him away, but he doesn't stop like you would expect him to. He just kind of keeps stabbing ever more slowly in the direction of the corpse as he's being pulled out of distance.
Seeing this, Keldor is like, okay, I know where you're at. It's pretty common for me. And he just kind of just stays there and just keeps his hand on his shoulder, on Flick's shoulder.
At this point, he's kind of collapsed like forward onto his hands with the daggers still in them. So he's kind of down on all fours, just heaving, breathing as hard as he can, is still staring at the corpse and at the blood that I assume is creeping towards him.
Oh yeah, that the goblin that you haven't like mashed the corpse up. It's there, but blood has spilled out from that. There's a lovely trail of it directly, because obviously dripping from your daggers and your hands. I'm assuming you got pretty far in there. There's a nice pool of blood forming around you. And if you're on your hands and knees, you're probably in said blood. So you have literal goblin blood on your hands.
So, leaning forward on all fours, he's just looking down into the blood as it kind of pools around his hands. And Then his breathing starts to become measured, and he starts to slow it consciously, and that's the only audible thing you can hear. And then he somewhat casually, still kind of mechanically, straightens up again on his knees, and he lifts his hands up in front of him, and he looks at them covered in blood, and he kind of loosens them, and the daggers fall to the ground. And then he reaches for like a handkerchief in his bag and just starts to casually clean his hands off. And the expression on his face has just gone completely flat and neutral. Like he's just staring like through his hands as he's doing it, and again very mechanically just doing the motions. And once he finishes with that, he stands up and he begins to do the same with his knees and his boots.
Holy shit. Flick's a fucking psycho.
Keldor, just sitting there, says, wait, this is a hard one. He just sits there and says, learn to control it, or it will control. And then he walks away.
Well, after that display, Kit is going to walk up to the goblin that was being stabbed. Is going to grab it, and he's going to toss it into the water.
Okay, so that
He's going
was...
to remark, out of sight, out of mind.
And
There we go.
as this is all going on, I'm going to pick up whatever short swords are on the ground.
Yeah, okay, so 1, 2, 3 have all been thrown. So far, 3 have been thrown in, so you can pick up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 short swords.
Okay. So I am up to 10. Good to know. Don't like being short range.
What are the the rest of you doing in the back there? So Varco and Primrose, you're obviously still over on the other side.
Right. Yeah, Vaco will kind of just jump over. Hopefully he doesn't fall in.
Okay. Do you want to? Yep.
Oh no.
I think I fall in.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Hold up. Hold up, Kid. I think Kid is standing like right on the other side, isn't he?
But you just went in through that goblin corpse away. Yeah, you're gonna be over here.
Damn. Don't know if I could reflex save that shit.
Unfortunately not. So,
Okay.
Varka, what you do, you kind of look at it and go, I can do this. You kind of swing your arms a few times, you're preparing to do the jump, you take a few steps back, and then you do a little run up, mistime it, and walk directly into the water.
Just
You don't
Just
even
like
jump.
just like I planned. I just wanted to go for a quick swim.
Okay, so I will just quickly pop you down there. If you would like to make a quick swim check for me, please.
Sure, why not?
Okay, yep. You can have some movement speed from your swim check from that. You can, if you're going against the current, you can move 20 feet.
I'm just gonna go back up over here.
just get
So you're just
out.
going to pull yourself back up right away.
Yep. Like, and just look around, pretend that didn't happen. I'm soaking wet, obviously.
Keldor's just sitting there looking at you and is like blinking and like, do that?
I just needed a quick bath.
All right. Jump across. I'll help if you need it. You learned exactly what not to do.
Yeah, my character's just gonna like kind of take a few steps back. And he's just gonna like kind of swing his arms, kind of get it ready, like you said. And he's gonna try it again.
Oh dear.
That's okay. I anticipated this.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
I'm gonna see if maybe I can get him. Oh man.
This
I don't
time,
know if I can grab him.
instead of jumping too late, he jumps too soon and lands square in the water.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what he prepares, and it looks like he's ready to do like a good like 3, 4, 5 steps. Run up. He jumps on the second step. He goes,
Kid's just standing there with his arm outstretched, and his arm just kind of drops in defeat. Like,
Varco, make another swim check for me, please.
Sure thing. I'll get this one these days.
Oh boy.
Keldor, it's a lot to ask, but could you go on the other side and maybe throw him across?
15. With that, you can easily, not easily, it's still a bit of a struggle, but you can swim. I'm just gonna point out, you could have just swam across at this point.
Nope, I am jumping this thing. I am gonna jump. I'm gonna jump
Okay.
across to get to the other side.
I will not be defeated by
I
this 10-foot
jump back
gap.
over, and on this next jump of his, okay, Baco, do your thing.
Are you going to
Alright.
try and aid him?
Maybe.
Gonna help him
Third
jump?
time is the charm, guys. It's always the third time.
That's how it works.
If you roll another fucking nat 1.
Die.
10. Finally.
And
Yeah.
I help boost him across.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, that was amazing.
Kid,
Do it again.
you roll me a reflex save to try and grab him, because 10, like, you get over, but your footing isn't fantastic, so with Kid
Yeah,
helping
yeah.
you.
With the
Go
strength
grab
check.
Varco, can you also roll me a reflex save?
Oh god.
I just like walked over it almost with that jump check, and then he's just like struggling so hard. Oh my goodness.
There we go. Yeah. Kid tries to help you. He kind of swings his hand out and accidentally gives you a high five. As you stumble back, you kind of circle your arms around and go, whoa! And you're perched just on the edge of going backwards. A light breeze could knock you over unless you move very quickly.
Oh yeah. As soon as I get my footing, I just kind of like look around and put my arms up in the air and take a bow.
Do you put them up? Do you present like a gymnast?
Yes, yes. Like my chest is out and just bow.
Ay.
You make me want to push you into the water. Okay.
Okay.
Can
That would
Primrose
be
be dying in the background, please?
I thank Keldor for the assist.
Laughing her ass off.
Alright, we just gotta get Eliza and Primrose across and we'll be fine.
Actually, that's a good point. I would have stayed over there to help them out.
I can't stop laughing. It's a problem. Okay.
Okay, I gesture to Eliza and tell her to come up, and that I'll help her get her across.
Okay. She'll
Okay.
walk over. She'll not like hold your hand, but she'll put her hand on your arm. Go, okay, good.
Yeah, as she jumps, I kind of put my hand right like in the middle of her back and kind of give her a boost type of thing.
Okay. And yeah, there we go. She struggles a little bit because she's wearing pretty heavy armor, but with your additional shove, she just gets over. Kid, if you want to try and grab her to definitely help her.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like my reflexes would get
Oh yeah.
just a bit better.
Grab her in a strong like Roman handshake, so you've got her firmly at her elbow, and you pull her up, and she goes like, "Ooh, that's."
Alright, be careful with this one, Keldor.
It's a strong grip you've got there. Whew. Wasn't expecting that.
Uh-huh.
And
Primrose, I'm
Primrose.
assuming you are going to try and jump.
I don't know if I should. Where's my
Me.
sheet? I must check my sheet first to see how bad it could be.
My character just kind of like yells over, "Be careful on that second step." I think it's like kind of a little bit off balance. It's not a straight run. That's what always got me, I think.
Yeah, it's the steps.
There's no
Totally.
second step.
My character just kind of coughs over TJ's comment.
Wow. I am entertained now. Okay.
We're overcoming adversity. Let's do this.
My jump is 0. That's just wonderful.
That's fine.
That's fine.
This
I
could
have a
be bad.
decent strength bonus to you.
Okay. Primrose, if you're uncertain about jumping, can you make a spot check for me, please?
Okay. Is there something here that can use?
Oh god.
Of course there is.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Here it comes.
Hmm.
Oh,
As
nice.
you're looking around, I'm assuming somewhat nervous by the concept of jumping. You can look over and you can see that that room over on the other side. You can see over here, and you can see some writing on the wall next to the door of it. Who can read Dwarven?
Oh.
Nobody.
None
I
of
might
you speak
be
Dwarven.
able to. Hold on.
Not me, that's for sure.
I can speak Draconic.
I didn't have my character sheet open
I
yet.
can speak Draconic.
Yeah. Flick can speak Dwarven.
Oh, really? Nice.
Flick, if Primrose has made it known that that is over there, if you would like to turn your attention, you read over there. In Dwarven, it seems to say bridge control room.
So Flick, who's just been standing there basically since he cleaned himself off and watching all of this play out, sort of turns over and tilts his head, and he says, "Control room," and he just starts walking that direction. So at which point do I have to start making a climb check to get over there?
Where you are now, if you want to make a climb check.
I would. Come on, open skills. There we go.
Oh, that makes my plan look stupid.
Yeah, that's good enough to scale this wall.
Nice.
You can pop yourself over and be standing in that doorway.
Yeah.
The door is closed.
Okay. And the writing is on the door.
It's on the wall next to the door.
Okay. And is there any window through the door? like that?
It doesn't appear to have any windows that you can tell of. It seems to be a very sealed off room.
Okay. And it's got like a keyhole lock?
Yes, it appears to have a keyhole lock.
All right. Flick, after climbing over here, stands up and just stands like perfectly still in the middle of the doorway, not hiding or anything like he normally would. And he reaches a hand out behind him in the direction of Spudnik, and he whistles quietly and makes the hand motion to call him. And he's still staring at the door. And as soon as Spudnik flies over and lands on his shoulder, he goes in and attempts to check the lock for traps before picking it.
Okay. Out of curiosity, are you peering through the keyhole at all?
As part of checking it for traps,
Okay.
if I can see
If
clear
you would
through
like
it to the other
roll
side,
a
then yeah.
search check for me.
Okay. Do. Search is probably under S. There we go. Oh, that would be a nat 20.
Nat 20. You find absolutely no traps, and as you are peering through the keyhole, you see two figures in this room. They're quite strange. One, well, they both appear to be small winged creatures, but they look like miniature humans. One appears to have very pale skin, and wisps of vapor seem to be rising out of its nose, mouth, and ears as drops of steaming water seem to be falling off of it. The other looks like a miniature fish person that seems to be covered with scales, and its eyes are these rather large, black, bulbous things.
I see something.
He says kind of quietly.
Also, with that search, you discover that that door is not locked. It's just closed.
So Flick, after examining this, he sort of like leans in close to the door and is looking around it and everything. And then after saying that, like half-heartedly, without even trying to make sure anybody can hear him, he just kind of stands up straight in front of the door again without looking back. He slowly reaches out and opens it.
Okay, Flick, can you make me 2 reflex saves?
Yes, I can. Reflexes.
I'll explain why in a
There.
moment.
First one is a 20,
Check.
not natural. And the second one is a 16.
Okay, that's fine. Do you have evasion at this point, or at least
Yes,
improved
I do.
evasion, whichever one it is?
I have evasion, not improved evasion.
Mhm.
If I get a
Okay, so
chance
you
for
are
a
still going
reflex
to take
save-
damage then, yeah.
Yeah. Well, if
Okay,
I have a
don't worry.
chance to avoid for half, I can avoid it entirely.
So if
Well-
he succeeded, he avoids it
Mhm.
completely. He doesn't take
Okay,
half
so,
damage. Improved
um,
evasion means you only ever take half damage.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's it. I never remember which way around these things go.
Yeah, it's okay.
What has happened is as you open the door, these 2 creatures panicked, opened their mouths, and shot out breath weapons. One appears to emit a cone of burning hot steam, whilst the other seems to unleash a cone of a caustic liquid. It feels mildly acidic. And you take 13 damage.
Damn.
4 of that is fire damage from the steam scalding your skin, and 7 is from the acid hitting against you.
Did he not succeed his reflex saves?
Oh, half damage. Yep, 1 second. So that's 2. And
Wait, no. If he succeeded, he doesn't take any damage because of
Yeah,
evasion.
if I would normally take half for succeeding, it means I take nothing.
Yep, that's it. Sorry, I'm crap with rogues and evasion. So
all
okay,
good.
yes, you succeeded. You take no damage.
Okay.
But these 2 breath weapons are unleashed at you.
So they like come within centimeters of my face as I barely duck out of the way. And I
Yeah.
like to think Flick dives backwards with his face to avoid like the head level spray that they're going for, and tucks immediately into like a backward somersault, whatever that's called, and rolls right off the edge until his fingers are just holding on to the ledge.
Like,
I like it.
it.
Yeah. And if anybody is looking closely at him, this is the first point where it seems like he snaps back to himself. Like his facial expression as he dodges out of the way, it is like, oh, holy shit, where am I?
Seeing that, could I make a jump check to see if I could make it there quickly?
You can try, yes. Distance.
With the 25?
25 would get you to exactly where Flick is, yes.
Can I make a knowledge check to determine what they are?
Yes. If
Let me see.
you- uh,
Wizards get all the knowledges.
Does he get
yes,
line of
yes, you
sight?
do. So that would be knowledge planes. 15. You can take a good look at these and you go, these are kind of like methods. At least, that's you're pretty certain that's what Notad described them as. They're like elementals, but, with an actual intelligence and thoughts and individualistic feelings and whatnot. And getting a quick look at them, they appear to be one of steam and one of water.
Okay. I want to look across and then it says, "Oh, is that how you treat the new foreman?"
Roll a bluff check.
Let's go for that.
I don't know if that's a bluff.
I'd say that's a bluff.
No, that's a bluff. Oh
That-
boy,
An
that's
unsuccessful
ooh,
bluff, though.
it's not.
I mean, technically,
a
we are the
-2
foreman now.
charisma.
Yeah, I'm not charismatic.
Okay. The
Uh,
water method kind of raises an eyebrow as she kind of crosses her arms and goes, "Hmm?" She doesn't seem to be responding, but the steam method instead, what he does is he gets on his knees and goes, "Oh my, I'm awfully sorry. And you see when he does that, the heat from the water seems to cool. All the steam that has been coming off of that pool of water ceases immediately.
nice.
Okay.
But the water method, she kind of looks to her companion and she goes, "What do you want about? These can't possibly be foremen. They're not even dwarves. No, but they said they are.
Hey,
I think they did.
hey, question.
looks like a
Do you
dwarf, but
guys
very
know
small.
do you guys know what's his name? What's his name? What's his name? And Jim?
Yes, of course we know Roderick, Todrick, and Jim.
All right, cool. Yeah, we actually were here entirely to clear out the little bit of a goblin infestation that it's got in here. Y'all work for them too?
That's what the noise was.
Yeah, we've just been out here making goblin soup for the past 30 minutes. What are you looking for?
You put goblins in the thingy?
I mean, it wasn't entirely our choice in the matter. A few of them just kind of went that way.
We can you make a diplomacy check for me, please?
Certainly.
Oh god. Natural 20!
Yeah.
Okay. With that, the water. Well, I suppose we should put a stop to the pool, and and at this moment, she looks at and goes, "What the fuck has happened to the bridge?"
Yeah, we had nothing to do with that one.
You see, she floats out, like she seemingly like just glides across the water, followed by the steam method, and they head over, and they seem to be doing some magic. When they get there, they go over on the other side, and they do some magic, and as they're waving their hands and speaking in languages you don't really understand, a bridge seems to form very slowly, but it appears as if it is repairing itself from bits of rock that were submerged within the water. There is now a solid path across.
Can I climb back up now?
That's what the strength check was for. I'm pulling you up.
Yes, that succeeds.
So I can just walk over now, right?
Yeah, you can just wander on over. The water has stopped swirling, it has stopped steaming, and you can look at it and go, okay. You can now actually see what it is, and it appears as if what the dwarves do with this is where they throw in, like bits of gems and bits of metal ores. Because there seems to be some kind of process in which any bits of excess dirt or earth gets blasted off of them. So at the bottom of the pool
Oh,
is a small collection of nice looking gems.
now those goblin ice cubes. Oh.
So, anybody have an easier way down there?
And with that, Keldor jumps right in.
Okay. I'm not going back in there. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, Keldor, can you make me a swim check, please?
Let's see how badly this decision is.
My character sighs and pulls out his rope.
Pretty bad.
Wow.
Keldor, you dived in.
And dove a
I'm
little
guessing that
too
you are
hard.
obviously wearing, armor. It's not heavy armor, but you kind of realize that with the armor and your fur and all your other equipment you're dragging around and carrying, you get to the bottom very easily. Whether or not it was entirely by choice is a slightly different matter.
Okay, as long as I'm down there, I'm just picking up all the gems. Not even worrying. Not even worrying at this point. Just like, all
Character's
right.
slowly tying the rope into a knot so he can grab Keldor.
Okay, so you.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're not taking the time to slowly and carefully inspect these gems.
Nope, just shoving what I can into my bag.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
pulling my grappling hook and my rope out too, and I'm standing there like flipping the grappling hook back and forth, ready to throw it down to him whenever he comes up, or
If he
starts
comes up.
bubbling near the surface.
What is it? Fortitude save to see if I can hold my breath?
You can automatically hold your breath for. It's been a while since I've looked this up. It's something to do with your con modifier. Like, you can hold it for.
I think
a
it
certain
was. I
time.
think it was 2 times your con in
Yeah.
rounds, right? Yeah.
Yeah, something
So
like that.
2 minutes? Holy
Roughly.
crap.
Hey, if you got good constitution.
I don't. That's the crazy part. I only have plus
boy.
1.
Yeah, it's not the most realistic system, but
Some
when
giant
you
one.
when you take into account that the average human constitution would be like 8 or 9, then it starts to seem a little more realistic.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
true. That's true. Because I can hold my breath for about 2. That's only because I swam a lot.
Yeah. So, Keldor, you gonna try and swim back up?
At this point, yeah. I might as well. I got what I grabbed, and so let's see how well this goes.
Okay. Since it is now calm water with the swim check of 13, yep, you can bring yourself up, and you are at the surface. And you're gonna have to swim again to get to a direction.
Whenever I see him up, I'm gonna go ahead and just throw the rope.
Okay. Yep, that
Just-
will hit the AC of the square he is currently in. So, Keldor, there's a rope. You can just use that and pull yourself along it.
That's what I'm doing.
I asked Unst to kind of help me out since Keldor is pretty heavy.
Okay. Unst grabs hold of the rope.
Would it be a
Uh,
search to see what I got under there?
Well, you'd have to like open them up and look for your bag and everything.
Yeah, but I was just saying for what I actually grabbed.
They were right there, right on
Okay,
display. 'Cause
okay.
the way the pool works, it gathers everything at the bottom. In fact, if they hadn't have turned off the pool, that's where the goblin corpses would have wound up.
Oh, jeez. What was left of them? Okay.
Yeah. Good thing we beat them there.
Yeah. So Unst walks over. He wraps the rope around his hand and he just yanks it in. Keldor, you feel yourself being pulled very
Used to it.
quickly towards the side.
There's a platform in the middle, and Unz was just swinging you around. You could probably water spree.
I don't know. Keldor's pretty heavy. I believe Knolls are what, 300 pounds or something?
I don't know.
All right,
There,
I'm gonna climb back the way I came.
Climbing. Good call. Yep, climb check 14. That's fine. You just yourself across. The methods are kind of looking around, and the steam goes, "Ah, is that everything?"
Seems like it.
So back to work.
I guess so. We'll put in a good word for you guys.
Good.
Oop, I think I cut out. What's up?
Pardon?
Oh, I think we cut out for a second.
Oh, the method acknowledged, like, this was a very strange interaction. I'm not certain what's even happening.
Don't worry
Yeah.
about it. We're getting rid of the goblins.
Yeah, but we didn't get
And-
rid of the wolves, I say as I'm walking away.
That was wolves.
Yeah, maybe.
They'll probably be helpful. And then I walk around the corner.
They can be bribed now.
Yes, they understand what money is.
Is there a crossbow
Yeah,
lying
you
around
can
that I
grab
could
a
take?
crossbow.
Yeah, okay. Are there any repeating crossbows?
There is not a repeating crossbow that you are
Okay.
aware of,
I'll
but
just take a shitty
just
one for now.
regular light crossbow for
Yeah.
a small creature. Sure, no problem.
Yeah,
I need a
and
crossbow.
Rebecca has
Primrose, if
carving.
you were to try and use one of these crossbows, they look like they're designed for something a lot smaller than you.
Damn it.
So it'd be
So-
a hand crossbow.
Which
But that takes an
looks
exotic.
rather fiddly.
But you can still use it. You just take a negative to attack.
Yes.
Which isn't
I
the
don't
worst thing
have
in the
any
world.
attack.
Do you
That's
need
fine.
one?
I need something to do besides, dance and sing around and gallivant.
Okay.
Go for it.
Uh,
just take your crossbow.
Kid will give his crossbow over and hand over the bolts. Here, use it well.
What? Oh. Okay.
Can I gather like 30 bolts between these corpses, Matt?
Oh yeah, piece of piss.
Okay.
Which, by the way, Primrose, you have about 11 bolts.
There might still be some more lying around if you want more.
I don't
Those
know if they
are-
work for a medium-sized crossbow.
Bolts, as far as I'm aware, there isn't a size difference for them.
There
Okay.
is.
Oh, there is. Okay.
Technically. Yes. There is. You can, I believe you can use them, but you still get the same negative as you would using an undersized weapon.
So isn't this like a regular crossbow then, or still a tiny crossbow?
It's a light crossbow.
Oh, so but it's regular, like it's regular size?
It is a medium size, same size as
Oh.
mine.
Yay.
Mhm.
I'm useful now.
Oh yeah, totally.
You're a bard.
11
You're
shots.
always useful.
And Matt, you
Sure.
said these are small-sized crossbows, right? Or are they medium?
Yes, they look like as if they're designed for goblins.
Okay, so I'm just looking at the damage increment. It's 1d6 instead of 1d8, right?
Yes.
Yes, for a light crossbow.
And it's 1d8 for you, Becca.
Alright, here's the
okay.
range.
So, as I go around the corner, what am I looking at? This weird thingy that I do not...
That is a mistake from me drawing. Ignore that.
Oh, so this doesn't
I tried
exist.
something, didn't work. That little squiggle on the screen doesn't exist.
I was like, is
And
this a
I couldn't be
boulder?
bothered to redraw the whole thing again. So
That's why
Alrighty.
pencils.
Yeah,
Or do it digitally. But
Yeah,
anyways,
no, I don't want
um,
to put myself through that torture.
yeah, you come through. You see a corridor to Keldor's left. I just had to imagine which way you'd be going. And at the end, there appears to be a corridor down to the right.
so what do I see down the left?
How are you moving?
I'm not walking silently. We'll just go with that.
I'm
Oh,
not
dear
walking
God.
silently either.
I'm just looking around the corner, not like being.
Why do you guys have to suck so fucking bad? As I sneak behind them.
Nope.
Okay, I see that, and now I'm going to walk as silently as possible into this room.
Yep. Sorry, that was I did a thing by accident.
Oh.
That's
Never
totally
mind. I'm not walking silently. I am staying right where I am. Are they looking at me?
Yeah.
They're looking at me.
Nicely
Cat.
done.
Yep. There appears to be several goblins. They have heard the movement. I need to reveal a little bit of this map. It's just there.
Oh, horrifying.
I'll put myself on right layer. That would help. No, I'm not resizing that goblin. I was trying to move him because they would have jigged themselves around.
I am throwing a dagger at the one in the front. As soon as I see them.
Do, 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 do.
Oi! What is that?
A really bad roll. That's what that is.
I'm gonna put myself back over this direction. I hear the sounds of skirmish, and I just sigh and I start walking back this direction, just dejected.
Okay, so Keldor has marched you straight in to yet another combat.
That's it. We're
How is it
finally.
the only one?
If you could all be so kind as to roll me initiative.
And that's a shite initiative as well. Oh well.
Griggle, could you please translate for me? I say, hoisting this goblin that is directly near me.
Yeah.
So we have determined Kid likes to use bodies as cover.
Who's the
Oh,
one that's
well.
behind you? I'm hiding in the one in front of you.
Oi, the Gobbo boss rolled really well.
Yeah, he did.
Oh dear, I might be dead.
Is everyone's initiative on there?
I think so.
Not seeing Primrose's for some reason.
I rolled.
I know you've rolled, but I'm just not seeing it for some reason.
Yeah, it really isn't there for some reason. So weird.
Let's. There we go. It's on.
Okay.
Just adjust it to be correct one. Probably should be in the exact same place, but you know, that extra one is really important.
It is.
It does matter.
Just like that 0.01 in front of Kid and Keldor.
Your NPCs. Alright, yeah, cool. How convenient. They all rolled the same thing.
That's
I'm not
useful.
even joking, they all actually rolled an 8.
Oh, okay. About to say, roll to disbelieve.
It is really weird. It's like, oh, because pretty much I've made these NPCs to be kind of similar in some ways. So they've all got about a +2 to their initiative, and I rolled 3 8s. So alrighty, there we go. So the first to move is the Goblin boss, whom you just kind of hear him going, speaking Goblin. Oh, the most important character didn't get his initiative rolled.
Gurgle!
Holy shit, there he is.
Of course, he does better than all of us.
Yeah,
He does have a +5.
he is a dexterous boy.
I mean, yes.
Flick does too. But
Mm-hmm.
Flick rolled really badly.
Yep.
So the Goblin boss, he seems to be holding his action for something. You can't see him. You just heard. And Meat Sprinkles is going to translate. Well, he's going to make a listen check, see if he heard. Hell yeah, he heard. And he's going to go, don't go down the hallway. He's going to, really hurt you.
Good to know.
Uh-huh. Now, I have Now let's see. So it looks like the gobs are up next.
Yep. And Keldor, you're in their line of sight, so you're getting 1, 2, 3. So those were a 21, a 19, and a 17 to hit. How many of
grab a
those hit,
crossbow.
Keldor?
Archer.
Yep, Archer.
Sorry, say that again.
21, 19, 17.
They all hit.
Okay, so you're gonna take some damage. You're gonna take 4, 9, 10 damage.
Alrighty.
As 3 crossbow bolts fly into you.
I'm looking spectacular.
How spectacular are you looking?
A 7 out of 42.
Not so good. Varka, you have just seen your friend get impaled with multiple crossbow bolts.
Very nice.
Oh man. Oh, the temptation. Ah, they're out of range. Oof. I mean, I could get those.
I'm going to. I guess move here in the corner, and can I grab Kildor and pull him towards me? Like out of the...
If Keldor allows it,
Yes, very much allowing it.
yes, then I will allow you to use your standard action to pull Keldor aside. If Keldor resisted, you would have had to do opposed strength checks, which probably wouldn't have gone down great.
No, Keldor is like, ow, and lets himself be dragged off.
Yep. So, that takes it to Primrose.
Oh. I just look at Eliza and just give her exhausted sigh, just like, really?
She
Just
looks
hear the
back at
sounds of
you and
combat.
turns this sigh and goes, I never really thought there'd be so many fights around every corner. But sometimes I think, if we went through this slower, we wouldn't keep walking into battles and people nearly getting really, really badly hurt.
Yeah.
Can I say?
I'll go first. I'll go first this time. Okay.
So aside from conversing with your bestie, what else are you doing?
Okay. I'm going to be a brave little half-orc. Run forward.
Oh, you're being brave.
I have a crossbow now. I feel powerful.
And as you turn around the corner and look at us, you just see me leaning against the wall with a crossbow in both shoulders and then one in my gut. Just kind of sitting there sighing, going.
I give you the glariest glare one a half-orc can give you.
And then,
like, really, can you not?
When you do that, I just smile like the biggest dog smile ever, and just kind of, I'm like, yep, this is the life. If you can't tell, Keldor is slightly enjoying this.
I resist
Being in
the
pain?
urge.
Yep.
I resist the urge to just like smack one in both.
You can roll a will save to see if you resist that urge.
Should I, Matt?
I think you should try and
Okay.
resist the urge to slap Keldor in his face.
I'm keeping it together right now.
Well, not
But
one with
Flick can tell you.
not in his face, but one of the bolts. Like, Not one of the bolts.
That is
Oh, like stab
impaled
him in
in
a
me.
bolt wound. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Roll that will save.
All right. Damn it.
I'd say that succeeds. Barely, but it succeeds.
Kid's gonna look up at you and he says, "After this is done, I'll hold him. You can go to town."
Oh, thank you. I would love it.
Okay. I just
Grumble,
did that
grumble,
for personal.
grumble.
I think we're all gonna make a line after to go to town on them.
Okay.
Okay.
So I just learned
NPCs.
something about Keldor. Keldor loves to fight.
Okay, NPCs.
I had not decided on that till just now.
Eliza is she's gonna follow up, so she can't get to Keldor just yet to heal him. Angus, oh bless his little cotton socks. Because of his armor, he can't even move very far. He can only get himself there. Unst, however, there, yeah, double move, do right there. And as he wanders on, I say wanders, he's not charging, but he is very heavily running. Shit.
He hears them go reload and he dives in.
Yeah, but you know why Meat Sprinkles told you don't rush into that room? Because what the goblin boss had said was, you distract them. When they come through, I'll shoot them in the kidneys.
Oh,
And that's what the goblin boss has been doing. He has been holding his action to wait for someone to rush past, and he's getting a sneak attack.
oh God.
And Unst has some well-used kidneys.
You know, 2 of those 4d6s were just 1s, and 1s are 2. So Unst got off really well. So he's taking 2, 4, 8 damage.
He passed his kidney save.
He got hit in the kidney, but you know they're so overly protected from excessive usage.
All that scar tissue.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
wow.
they're very hard to penetrate kidneys.
Oh, that's a vital organ, though. Oh gosh.
Okay, kid.
All right. Looking at the mountain of man walking, like running past me, and realizing the plan was fucked. I'm going to move up to here. I believe I can do that. And I'm going to do my best to make sure Mr. thinks with his muscles.
That's a
Perhaps
bunch of
has.
people in this party. You can't like.
That's like half of everybody. Half the
Yeah.
party
let's-
does that.
Yeah, let's use our brain on this one. I'm going to use Flare on one of the goblins right here, specifically that one.
Okay. Is that a fortitude save?
The thing will tell you.
Yep.
Fort save. Okay. Yeah. You point your finger. You say a word or whatever it is you do to cast flare, and you see him go "Meow," and start rubbing his face. He has been flared.
All right, he's been flared.
You see all of a sudden his trousers like sprout outwards. He has the desire to grow an afro and listen to bad 70s disco.
That's the best thing. Okay,
That's your
that's
turn.
about all I can do right now. Yes, that's
Okay.
all I can do.
Alrighty.
Seeing you
Keldor.
do that, I'm going to move here, and I'm going to throw another dagger.
Go for it.
And what's the range on that?
Looks like you're trying to go for about 40 feet right there.
Let's see. Yeah, and it's the ranging dagger. I forgot to put that in.
20.
10 feet.
Oh, it's 10. Okay. So it'll be a -8 on this attack.
Okay, in that case, I still have 30 movement. So I'm actually going to move up right here, making it so that only a -4, right? Yeah.
Yup.
So, du-du-du. Jeez.
Wow.
Okay, Keldor, these crossbow shots you've been taking.
The one in my shoulder suddenly twinges, and I just kind of like flinch as I throw it.
Yeah,
just goes
Once
things
in the
wide.
back of the knee.
Wasn't a crit
are
fail.
not going fantastic for you. Flick, try and save your beloved pet dog.
All right, so I'm gonna tumble out from under this goblin corpse and run to about there, I guess. And I'm gonna try out my new crossbow, and I'm gonna try and shoot any guy I can see. I guess there's only the guy in front of Unst that I can really see from this far down the tunnel.
From there you can yeah, it's kind of hard. You can pretty much get Unst's fellow. The others are
Yeah, they break the line of
navigating
sight.
around corridors are
Yeah.
hard.
I mean,
Okay,
if
so
they
minus
could
4
shoot
for
me when I'm down here, I'm assuming we can shoot them from because they
Yeah.
all hit me. So
Yeah, that's true. Actually,
Good point.
it is possible to angle. It's just a bit fiddly.
Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
go for that one up there.
That's fair. Thanks
And
for calling me on my bullshit.
and I'm at just a -4 then for shooting through ally square, right?
Without no. That precise shot is for firing into melee. Like you don't lose anything for shooting through an ally square. You can ask them to duck.
Okay, perfect.
basically, I just press against the wall and let you shoot past me.
Okay, and is it a sneak attack by any?
Oh dear. Sorry about this. It seems I have been disconnected from Discord. 1 second. That was weird.
Hello?
Yeah, lost internet
There's
for a sec.
everyone.
All right.
Did that
Never
happen
mind.
for everybody else too?
Yeah.
Welcome back, stream.
Okay.
I was
I think that
worried it
was a
was
Discord
just
thing.
me. I was
Yeah, me
worried.
too.
And it's like, welcome back, everybody on the stream. It seems we figured it out. Good to know.
Yeah.
It's just like everybody stopped talking and froze. I'm like, oh crap. I hope
Yeah.
it's not my internet.
Not mine.
Anyways.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I was
just reaching that
asking.
point on the stream now because I'm watching it back. Going, "Oop, yep.
I was asking if this is a sneak attack for any reason.
It is because Keldor and Kid are much bigger than you. They are keeping you hidden, and the guy did
Perfect.
not notice you running down.
All right. Whoa. I'd say that hits.
First time to charm.
Uh,
Does
27 to attack. Yeah.
if you want to roll me your however many d6 sneak attack.
Should be 2.
Oh, right. Yeah. It was not in there. We'll just use the regular dice roller for that. So another 7.
All right, so 11 damage. You see that goblin kind of just keel over and go, ah! All right, that brings us around to Gobbo Boss. Yeah, he's going for it. He marches up to the back of Unst. He sees a mildly vulnerable target and decides that's it. He pulls out a short sword and jabs it. Yep, he jabs that. Jabs it straight into Unst.
His other kidney?
He stabbed it straight into where the little crossbow wound was.
Oh,
That's a much better roll. 4, 9.
I think my cat was trying to steal my bread.
My cat's trying to steal the show.
15 damage for Unst.
Ooh.
Unst does not look very good.
I expect not.
Here you go, Grunks. Get your
Meat
butt
critical.
over here.
He's gonna move as far as he can, which should get him to there. He's going, how can I help? Then we have our normal gobs, who are all going to surround Unst.
Oh dear.
Why are you trying to kill him? Oh, God.
Because you guys keep letting him run in places.
What,
true.
but
Let
me-
it-
Oh yeah, we totally let him.
I'm assuming he has a character arc somewhere. Why are you trying to kill him so much?
Yeah, Mrs. Unst
We'll
is
do
going to
it.
be very upset.
Okay, so one of the ones with a sword hits him. The one with the crossbow, he's actually still shooting down the corridor because Keldor, you're the closest up front. 19 hits you, yes.
Unst would get an attack of opportunity if he attacks from there, though.
Would be true.
And that
Yep, so Unst is going to quickly have that, see if he can take him down in one hit. Unst rolled a 5.
Okay.
okay.
Unfortunately, even with Unst's massive plus 10 to hit, oh, wait. No, that matches.
He hits. Maybe I live.
9 plus his strength. Yeah, Unst kills him before he can shoot at you.
Yes, I live another day.
However, Unst himself is taking. Oh, yikes. Those 2 hits have knocked Unst down to not so great. Unst collapses on the floor.
Oh dear.
Uh-huh.
No. Unst.
Oh dear.
He's not dead. I'm just putting that to say he's unconscious.
Charge.
Varko, there are 5 goblins surrounding your half-orc friend who has very courageously, just killed one. Although I just realized, could he have activated Cleave when he killed that thing?
Yes, you can activate Cleave.
Okay, hang on. I might actually be able to save him because if I retroactively activate his Cleave, yep, that's that. He's gonna 3. His strength. What? No, he got a good hit down on someone else. So
Who do you hit?
this person.
Okay.
Not enough to take him down though. That's the
Okay.
literal lowest Unst has ever rolled damage wise.
All right.
Yeah, Vaco
Makes
just kind of
sense.
just shakes his head again. It's like, everyone's gonna end up dying one of these days.
One of these days.
Probably today.
Probably today, actually, yes. Vaco's gonna take a 5-foot step down, aim at the what he thinks is the boss. That guy right there.
Oh yeah, he looks the most boss-like. He seems to be wearing like a little trench coat, like it's black. He's got like a little face mask that's hanging around his neck, like a bandana he lifts up. He looks very sneaky.
Nice. Yeah,
Is he
I'm gonna
wearing
go
a
ahead-
fedora as well?
No fedora. He looks like he likes to sneak around in dark alleyways and stabbing people.
Okay.
It's a ranged touch attack of a 14.
That is most definitely going to hit. He's still standing. He don't look so great.
All right.
That's all my character can do right now.
Alrighty, Primrose.
Sorry, I'm enjoying some wonderful banana bread. Okay.
Well, now you're just making me want banana bread.
Right?
I just
Don't
want
talk
bread.
about it if you didn't bring it up to share with the class, Rebecca. It's rude.
Only at your local Bob Evans. Let's see.
No, I'm gonna go with waffles.
Are they all? Are they all like facing towards?
Yes, they are all. They are all like standing over Unst with weapons drawn, ready to like swing down on him.
So if Baco and Kid duck, can I potentially try and shoot this guy?
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to try.
This is true. However, just as DM, I'm going to interject here briefly.
Damn.
Rebecca, Primrose really sucks with ranged attacks. You have a negative dexterity.
I know.
Would it
I got
maybe
to
not
do
be
something.
better to try and cast a spell?
It would actually. The banana bread's getting me.
Yes. Okay, I don't remember your spell list off the top of my head, but you know, you're not that far away. You are. Yeah, you're only like 45 feet, and
I know
you're
it.
level 4. Like, there's a lot of spells which probably would hit.
Uh-huh.
So.
What is the range for sound?
Soundburst, if memory serves, is a close range spell. So let me just double check. Where are you on my
25 plus 5 feet per per 2 caster levels.
Yeah, so the range on that is 35 feet for you.
Move 3 more squares.
I mean,
Or no, 2 more squares.
yeah.
Also, Soundburst will hit your allies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it will hit Unst, but Unst is already unconscious. Does it matter if he takes more damage? That's really your call.
I mean, it does, but
Because he might
Well,
die.
If he takes enough, he dies. Yeah.
Well, 'cause they're all
the thing about
standing.
Soundburst, its damage is actually quite small because it's only 1d8. The main focus of it is to try and get the stun, which would definitely keep him alive. Because, put it this way, if you don't get to Unst and help him, he's going to get killed.
yeah. Does the fact that he's laying on the ground that they're standing make any difference, or they're so small as a goblin?
Unfortunately, no. He will still take the damage.
Basically, think of it as a giant cone in front of you. It hits everything in that cone, indiscriminate of what you actually want to hit.
Soundburst doesn't go in a cone. Soundburst is the 10-foot radius.
Oh, is it a radius?
Yeah, you're thinking of Shout, which is a cone directly from her.
Whoops, my bad. But yes. So it's a 10-foot radius.
I could technically move where Kid is if I started here.
Yeah, and you can share a space with Kid if he allows you.
I will allow you.
Okay.
And then,
No, you stay out of my
yeah,
space.
you can hit everybody in that group.
Would I hit our lovely pet dog?
No.
No, it's not far enough. It doesn't come far enough back to hit Keldor.
The most
just
it would
hit
go is this. It'll just hit everything in this room, basically.
Okay. Try to just do this. Just pretend. Okay. Let's just pretend that Kid. Okay, so if I attack from where Kid is,
You can
that
hit all of them.
And the damage is a definite amount of damage. They can't avoid the damage. All they're doing is resisting not getting stunned. So.
Here we go. What is your mental picture of Soundburst, Matt? What action would that be?
Well, whenever I play a bard, which is basically never. I don't play bards all the time at all. I
Sure,
swear.
Bardic Knob.
Who would have thunk it? How I envision it. I mean, usually I play really douchey bards. Is I have them rush over to wherever they're going to, like wherever they're going to cast the spell. They then point at that area and go, boom, and
And then it's just like,
just explodes. So you can have whatever trigger word you want. You can just shout "stop it," or "leave him alone," or
Could I?
"get on the ground."
or
That's not your
sit!
purse.
Oh, the Inuyasha reference. Sorry.
Hey,
Yeah.
get your
would it
own
be
sandwich.
possible-
Yeah,
Would it be possible?
I'm very open with flavor text for spells. If you want, you can say whatever you want to say, and that's how the spell happens.
Oh, I couldn't use my instrument.
You can use your instrument. You can get
Ooh,
your
that's a
flute
really
out
cool
and blow
way.
it real hard and go boom.
Pretty much. That's what I was thinking. Just like a screeching, like screech of death.
Alrighty.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Remind me, what's your charisma modifier?
That's a good question.
I think it's a +3, right?
+2.
+2. Okay, so the DC for this is 10 plus. No, so 14. Fail, 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 fail.
Okay.
These goblins have got awful fortitude. Yeah, all 5 of them even fail. Can you roll me a D8 of damage, please?
Let's see.
And Unst would technically automatically, but he's
yeah,
down already,
but he's
so
already-
a stun
I
doesn't
don't know if
matter.
you can be stunned and unconscious.
I mean,
Okay, so
maybe.
for flavor, I'd like to run up to Kid and get up close personal with him when we're sharing a spot. Like, Kid, plug our ears. Just like,
Kid looks and is like, "Oh shit," and then just immediately hands up.
please, damn it, no!
The thing is, that's actually probably the best you could have done
Yep.
because you obviously didn't want to damage Unst.
Yeah,
However,
why?
all the goblins have failed their save, so they're all taking 1 damage, and all the goblins are stunned. They seem to stand there looking up, rather dazed, and unable to move for a full round.
Go, 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 go. I did what I had to do.
So it's NPC's turn. Angus. Oh, I feel so bad for Angus. He never gets anywhere. He might have to change his armor.
Get naked and run. Go.
Or he could become a knight. Just saying.
Angus can get there. He can't really run through you all. He's like, ugh, I'm trying. Eliza. Oh wait, how far can she move?
It's a good thing there's not a dragon at the other end of this hallway.
Yeah. 20.
Don't get in my way. Don't get in my way. Don't get in my way.
Yeah, she can run up to Kids Square and give a heal to Keldor. So there, Keldor, you said you're not looking so great.
Nope. And I have very obviously have crossbow bolts embedded in various parts of my body.
Yeah, so she's gonna run up, and she's gonna clip you around the back of the head, and you can be healed for 15. And she's gonna
She smacks him and he falls over dead.
No,
just a clip around the ears and go, you really need to stop worrying everybody like that.
I just look at her, give a big old smile, and then, well, when it's my turn, I'll go charging ahead. Not my turn yet, so.
No, bad dog.
But how would I know everybody loved me if they weren't chasing me around corners into blind volleys of arrows?
Hey, think of it this way. At least I'm taking the arrows and not anybody else. Because I
You're putting
have...
every-
No, none of us could be taking the arrows.
Yeah, you're putting everybody in a very bad position. Which I will actually, my character will say something after this fight.
Oh, don't worry. We all
we'll
got
get to that. We'll get to that.
Okay, so
Uh,
kids in total fucking combat expertise state. He's looked at the situation, he's assessed it, and he looks at Keldor and says, "Go first. Take out the first one. That's all you have to do."
Alrighty, and with that, I will charge ahead. Full charge. So
I like to think of this as kids just right on his heels, waiting for the first part of the plan to go through.
Okay, here. Da-da-da-da-da-da. And with the charge, that's a plus
2.
2. So 8. What? 0 damage.
Whoa.
What?
And it looks
'cause
like
it's
you were
plus
supposed to
3.
do.
So.
Oh, there's a
five-
plus 3 for some reason. Oops.
Yeah.
Just got rid of it. So 5 plus 2. That's 7, 12, 17 damage. 23 damage total.
Yeah. Just to explain, you have just dropped him to minus 14 hit points. He
And
is dead.
Salt
dead.
tablet.
none of the
Knock it off.
others are in range for cleave, so that's the end of my turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause I did not
now-
roll
You were
Supreme
playing,
Cleave.
I'm guessing, to move after Keldor.
Yep. Now, as the flavor goes through, Keldor is running through, and he gets the glaive through the first guy. Kid charges right after the first guy falls, and stands atop of Unsta's corpse. Or not his
Not
corpse.
corpse,
His still,
not
his
corpse
still
yet.
warm body. His slowly bleeding body,
He forgot to
Yeah.
mention he kicked him in the head, by the way, by turned him into a corpse.
and takes a position over the top of him. I do believe I could actually get a charge off during that, so I'm going to go ahead and get the charge off on the one that I was fighting. So we're going off on this.
The crossbow guy is the one you.
Yep, the one that
Dazed?
I'm dazed. So he's dazed and he's stunned.
14. Yep, for 8 damage. He's still standing, but not by much.
And Kid's just going to, after hitting him across the head, he's going to say, "Come on." Like as a fucking challenge to everything else nearby.
Okay. Keldor, you already went, so flick.
Well, I think I'm just gonna put another bolt in the crossbow and fire it at this one up here.
Okay. These things are stunned. They have no dex bonus. They are flat-footed.
Okay.
Snickety snack.
So, yeah, I think that should do that. I just had to change the damage so that I actually had sneak attack on there. And do.
Holy
Nice,
moly.
28 to hit for 12 damage.
Nice.
Dead.
Booyah.
You would like to describe how you murdered it?
He fired
He's
his
kind of standing there, like wobbling from side to side, dazed, his ears ringing. He's kind of going.
yeah. Flick. I fire the first shot, kill the first guy, and then the sound burst goes off or whatever, and then I take the second bolt, lock it in there, give it a little kiss for good luck, aim it, and fire it, and goes right through like the neck head area of the second goblin. And then Flick just looks down and he's like, I like this thing.
Don't have to get quite so close with it.
Right?
Oh, meat sprinkles.
This
I love this
slow book.
Reed Sprinkles is gonna charge. He's gonna put himself there, and he's gonna ram his little sword through his goblin buddy. Short swords don't crit on an 18, do they? It's 19,
No,
isn't it?
it's a 19.
19, yeah.
Phew. It was about to be terrifying again. So 1, 2, that much damage. Oh hell yeah! He runs up, does a little jump. Does anyone remember the movie Troy with Brad Pitt?
Yep.
You know that opening scene where like he just leaps and jabs the spear into the guy's neck?
Yep.
Meat Sprinkles runs up and does that. They're all stunned, so they can't do shit. Varco. There are 2 goblins left standing.
Hmm. All right, I'm going to continue shooting at them then. Let's see. That guy right there.
Go for it.
Oh, 3 ones in a row. That sucks. Oh, at least it didn't hit Kid though.
No. And were you hitting the other crossbow guy? Just to make
Yes.
sure.
That's right.
Yes, perfect. He is down, deaded.
Excellent.
Oh, we like that.
Deader than a door nailed.
Okay, Primrose. There's 1 guy left. He doesn't look like he's been hit much, aside from your blast. What you gonna do?
Good question.
I mean, you are
It's a
in
lot.
crossbow range, and it's not like he can really fight back at this.
Mhm.
And if you're talking, we can't hear you.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, now we can.
See now?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Good. I missed that commercial.
So there's 1 fellow left. The only thing that's hit him is your sound burst. What you gonna do?
I wish more of my spells were, you know. Um.
I mean, you did just get a new crossbow. Might as well
I
try
did.
it
I'm
out.
really. I do.
Oh boy.
Oh, well,
It's not true. I never told you I loved you.
God.
Sorry
I'm
about
going for it.
Yeah, Rebecca, do you know what you're doing for the crossbow?
Yes.
I think it's coming.
Please. 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 Does it? Good thanks.
14.
Looks like it worked. Oh wait, it wouldn't have the plus. Oh no, it would. No, it wouldn't have a -1 for it because there's no damage off on a crossbow. So that would be a total of 4 damage.
Yep. So 4 damage.
It hit them sweet. Now I have 10 bolts.
Yeah. Primrose, you hit the goblin. It's still standing because it wasn't a fantastic hit, but it's there. It's got crossbow bolt. It's still dazed, and that leaves the NPCs.
I am feeling triumphant. Look, Eliza, I did it! I did it! Ah! I did it!
I did the damage for once.
Oh!
Eliza is very proud of you. So proud that she just adjusts herself slightly, whips
Oh, boy.
out her crossbow. I just need to double check.
That was a crossbow
Wow.
sound effect.
She's actually pretty good with her crossbow.
If crossbow is a euphemism,
Whipped it out. It's kind of dangling from her hip, so she kind of does, like a Wild West draw.
Good
Like,
God.
Up, doesn't even aim, fires it. It hits the goblin straight on. Goblin takes that much damage and is dead. That's Eliza's first confirmed kill.
Oh,
Yay!
Proud of her. I'm gonna see about
He kind of
stopping.
does a little jump up and
bleeding.
down. I did it. I killed another living creature.
Less talking. Over here, we got a man
Oh.
dying.
Be proud of that.
go, Liza, go, go.
Yeah. And that's combat. Done diddly done. She's gonna rush
kinda-
over
Push Liza forward a bit. Go.
and healing wounds for a healthy do maths, Matt. 23 damage. So plus 23. Unst is feeling better. He's got some cool new scars he's happy to show off. But yeah, kind of laying there on the floor and goes, "We don't tell anybody. Little goblins took me to ground. This would be great embarrassment."
I wouldn't have to tell anybody. Everybody saw it.
I mean, don't tell our companions, comrades back in town. I don't think loudmouth fancy man will ever be quiet. And I'm not sure about Magic One either.
Sure enough.
As
Can I
far as
hold my hand
they're
out too?
concerned, this never happened.
Flick walks over and offers Unst a drink.
He doesn't stand up. He's just laying there. He reaches his hand up, takes it, and just puts it in his mouth. Lets go of his hand and just downs it. Just laying
Seems
on
like
his back flat, drinking.
Okay.
Can I hold
And,
out a hand?
I'll wait.
No, everybody's waiting.
I guess you didn't hear me, did you?
You asked something, but didn't hear what you asked.
No. No. Can I give a hand to Unst?
Yeah, if you hold a hand out to her, like he's just going. Нет, Uns needs to lie down for a few moments and reconsider all of life's choices.
Sounds good, man. And as I'm following Keldor back to the end of the hallway, I'm going to look at Vako very discreetly, and I'm going to say, and speaking of reconsidering decisions, I'm going to reach out and try and grab a hold of Keldor's left arm. I'm going to hope that Vako will try and grab his right.
I will follow suit.
Okay.
Can I crouch in front of or beside Unst and it's called the Black Claw, right?
Yeah.
Tribe became
Yeah, Black Claw.
I
That was it.
just crouch beside Unst and be like, if you want to help me demolish Black Claw, you need to stay alive. Okay. Pats him on the shoulder and stands up.
He just kind of he rolls his eyes over to look at you and goes, "Da, this is true. You should probably not get killed by little green men." Ugh.
Yeah.
And with that, Unst sits himself up. He uses his great sword to prop himself up and slowly brings himself to standing. And he then rolls his neck, cracks it, rolls his shoulders back, goes, "Oh, look, a door. What's through there?"
Before we do that, Kid, after grabbing a hold of the arm, is going to say, "Okay, everyone, we've got some education to to work with right now. Prince, would you like to be the first to take a shot at the almighty idiot?"
Go ahead and beat that.
Let me see. So
Keldor
this
is
would be
not
this-
allowing this to happen.
This will be an assisted check with Vako's grapple. Let's see if it works. Okay. 16. Let's see if Vako can do any better.
Well, Vako, if he doesn't, no, if Keldor doesn't want to do it, Vako's not going to try to fight Keldor because that's not going to really
Alrighty.
do anything. But I'm just kind of
Alrighty,
like
sounds good
looking
then.
at Keldor, and I'm like, I'm just gonna like look at Keldor right in the face. I'm like, listen, you running in there gets others killed, and I kind of point at
Okay, look.
Unst.
I did
I
not
need
run
you not
in
to
there.
do that
I
anymore.
looked around the corner and got shot full of holes. I understand before, yes, but this time I did not run in there. I just got shot turning around a corner. And he went past me, and he was just lucky that they weren't shooting at him because Kid had walked in front of me.
Keldor, you're not letting me finish. I really need you not to be in the front. If anything, we will let Flick scout out ahead. There's been numerous times where you and Unst would run in there and leave everyone in the back, and we'd have to come in and help. This time, luckily enough, Unst did not die. He just fell to a bunch of goblins, which Unst, I'm gonna talk to you too after this.
Unst kind of gives a thumbs up.
I'd say he's learned his lesson on that one.
I'm just like, yes, I understand that, but I did not run in. I just looked around a corner.
So then,
because honestly, this time Keldor wasn't running ahead of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, legitimately, this time was
like-
just because you had already been in a fight. Just round the corner, you had already made a bunch of noise. They rolled a decent spot check. Like you would have had to have been purposefully hiding and sneaking to not have get seen.
So, do you guys remember when we got into this place and I said, and I quote, "This is my jam. Just stay back." Remember how well that
just
worked?
raises his hands and is like, "Go for it."
This is what I did. This is all I did. You should let me do it. The rest of the time, when we're fighting other gnolls out in the woods, when we're fighting big scary things, all yours. I will bow to all of your expertise. But perhaps when we're doing the one thing that I do all the time, bow to my expertise.
Unst kind of looks up at you, like still propped up over his greatsword, and goes, "Little man is right. I've seen him. He's cold-blooded, serious killer, and kind of sneaky. He should probably lead us more. Unst apologizes for brash nature. Unst just figured, I have the highest. I'm not sure what we would call them. Like I can probably take most hits. Ooh,
Of
what if
course
we
you
call them
can.
hit points. I have most hit points. I can take lots of hits. So I figured if I run in, then I take hits for all of you. I've just taken too many, got to 0 hit points.
Of course,
and
you
those
can take
people-
more hits. But if I go first, then we get into situations where no one has to take the hits. They just take the hits and die.
Also, if he
Then
gets
why would I
caught,
have
we hear
so
him
many hit
squeal and
points
we
if I
just
don't
run in.
take hits?
You have a point.
Flick glares at Kid.
Keldor
You and
turns
me
to
still
Unst
have
and
to have a
said,
chat.
"You said there was a door somewhere."
Over there. And he points at this very obvious-looking door. There.
I walk up to it and try and open it.
Flick runs up and like tackles you in the fucking side of the leg. So
Did
you
you
probably
just
don't
not
move at all.
listen?
But
And then I
slam
I
into the
just
side
stop
of your
and then
legs.
like, sorry, and I just raise my hands and back off.
Flick is standing in front of you, staring up at you, and he reaches up and tries to smack you in the tip of the nose.
You reach maybe to the middle of his chest.
Yeah.
You get the point.
Like pushes you
Reach up and
backwards.
slap him in the chest.
Yeah. He like tries to
Keldor
push
just
you
backs
backwards,
us
which
off.
doesn't do anything, but yeah. Okay. And then he turns around. Okay. And he puts his hands out in front of him, cracks his knuckles, and he leans forward and looks for traps.
Roll me a search check, please.
Okay.
While you're doing that, criminals will lean over to Elias and be like, "They're hit points."
I think they're just a metaphorical thing that Unst was using to describe how he keeps taking hits. It's how he quantifies it, putting it as an arbitrary number. I think he was discussing it earlier when we were, checking out. He arbitrarily decided, if he had to quantify his hit points, he'd probably have about 60. But I don't know. I guess it's a man thing. He just wants to swing it around and say that his is big of an Angus. So, don't really get it because I'm not interested in
It's a 19 search check.
that. Yes. Flick on that. You look around. You poke around in that little keyhole. Everything looks good. It is locked, however.
All right. I will roll you a pick lock then. Or open lock, whatever it's called. Whichever one actually allows me to find it alphabetically.
Open.
Use tools.
Yeah.
Nice.
These locks aren't fantastic. The dwarves never really thought they'd need locks, so they're more for show than anything else.
Okay.
So yeah, you just go click, 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 and the door slowly creaks open just a crack.
All right. I listen through the door.
Can you roll me a listen check, please?
It's a 17.
Okay, one moment. I need to find a description. I can tell you one thing. You definitely don't hear any goblins.
Good.
What you do hear, it kind of sounds like scales of sorts, kind of rolling around on top of a small pile of coins and gems and the like. You just kind of hear them moving around as if something is moving on top of them. If you would like to peek your head in and have a look.
No. Oh, the door opened. I wonder if the thing in there would notice. So I'm gonna like.
It doesn't seem to be paying any attention to that.
I'm gonna try and look through the keyhole. Just like lean over, Flick, and look through the keyhole.
No, the thing is, looking through the keyhole is pretty much only going to let you see that. The sound appears to be coming from this corner of the room.
Okay.
So you would have to both use a hide and a spot check to creep behind the door to peer in.
So I'm just gonna whisper to Flick and be like, "So, want me to kill it or what?"
Let me peek first and see if I can tell what it is so we can make a plan.
Okay. Let's back
All right.
off.
So you said a hide and a spot.
Holy crap, that's a high hide.
Okay, a hide of 27.
And a terrible spot. No, 14. Not bad.
14. Good enough.
Let's just hope whatever it is doesn't have scent.
Nope.
I mean, yeah, I think I got rid of the wet hyena smell, so by now.
Mm-hmm.
So, what you see appears to be quite a large-looking worm. It has a body as long as like an average human is tall, but it seems to have these 4 awful-looking tentacles that are slightly longer than human forearms sticking out of its mouth. This thing seems to be coiled around and moving over the small pile of gold-looking coins. These 4 tentacles, there's 2 on either side of its jaw, and they seem segmented as is the body. So very much in neat little lines going down it, how it can coil and move around.
Would I be able to roll a knowledge dungeon check to see?
If you have any ranks in knowledge engineering,
I have
yes, you have 1. Then yes, you may.
That is a good
19.
roll.
This would be Flick telling us about this thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
As soon
that
as
is
Flick
what
is
I do.
describing, it's going like, oh god, look at it. It's hideous.
I don't know what this thing is, but I don't really want to find out either.
Okay, so both Keldor and Kid. From the description, Keldor, you've never come across one of these yourself, but you've been told about things like this, and you're fairly certain it was called a grick.
Uh-huh.
The only thing you really know about them is they're kind of hard to stab. Like you'll stab them, but it's really hard to actually like get into their skin.
Does it affect slashing?
No. Like with any weapon, like smacking it with a stick, stabbing it, cutting across it, like whatever it is, it's just kind of hard to do.
Okay.
Yeah, you're fairly certain about this because with a 1 rank in knowledge engineering, this is the only book you ever read about any dungeon creature ever, and it
Yeah,
just
pretty
happens
much.
to be the one creature you encountered.
Oh boy. So it's like,
I've got a plan.
Let's hear it.
Okay. So this is entirely dependent on how quick you guys can be. I'm not going to have you guys go in there. I'm going to take Vako's advice and not use you guys as bait anymore, or even myself. At least, not really. If we can lure it to the door, and I can see it, I can cast a spell that will kill it without us having to do anything. All you have to do is just close the door. And if it doesn't kill it, it'll be very worse for the wearer by the time it's done.
all right. I like this plan. So do we? So do I just make a lot of noise and get it to see if it'll come, or what do we
Yep.
want to do?
I just need you guys as soon as I cast the spell, I need you to shut the door, and we need to hold them shut.
All
And,
right.
So far, Flick is the only one who's near the door. He's been describing this back to you.
I'm
Assuming
standing
you
right
kept your
behind
distance
the
from the door, so not as to
door
make too
at
much
this.
noise to draw its attention. But
I
if you
walk
want
up.
to move around now, that would be the time.
I walk up to the door and I'm like, okay, everybody, back off. I'm gonna open the door completely.
I'm gonna load a crossbow bolt and step back.
Kid's gonna whistle.
Okay.
And I
Real
open the
loud.
door.
Are you going like the two fingers on either side of a mouth, like horse whistle?
Yep, I'm going for a horse whistle.
Yeah, that is a real loud whistle, and the creature seems to be reacting, and it starts. If I actually am on the right layer, starts moving towards the door. It has heard sound. It slithers across. It has seen whatever is on the other side of the door, and it is preparing to charge through. Kid, you may unleash your prepared action.
Out comes the power word pain.
And as soon as I hear him say the spell, I slam the door shut and brace myself against it, like with my back.
Okay, so
Okay.
it takes that first chunk of damage.
If I have time, I want to take a shot at it before the door closes too.
Oh yeah, please do take a shot.
Okay. Oh, and do I get sneak attack on this one?
Um,
I wouldn't think so, since we like whistled at it.
yeah, you brought its attention round,
Yeah.
so unfortunately, no.
I'm probably gonna ask every attack. So
That's a number one.
Yep.
You
That's
try to
no good.
fire, and your crossbow seems to be jammed. You're gonna have to spend a round fiddling away with that.
Okay.
Okay, so Keldor, you slam the door shut, yes?
Yep. And I'm
Okay.
braced against it.
You're bracing against it. Well, can you roll me a strength check? You feel this thing thumping against the door, but you're holding it in place. It then lets out a. Cody, do you want to roll me the d6 for power with pain?
Yes, here comes the. Well, the first round was 3. Is this the second
Yep,
round?
it's taken that.
Okay.
Since it's in full combat, you're all purposely. Perfect.
Oof.
That is exactly how much you needed. You hear this thing let out a very loud, painful shriek as it curls up, and you feel it stop thumping against the door as it curls up and just dies.
I very slowly open the door, still getting ready to slam it shut again and look in.
As you open the door, you have to give a little bit of a shove because it has died in front of the door. But you see this thing has curled up. It's like curled into itself. It seems to be not moving and dead, or at the very least, dying.
Wow, look at that. We made a plan and no one got hit.
I very carefully step in the door with my weapon ready.
Yep.
I'm following
It
suit.
doesn't seem to be moving. It seems to be down.
I'm not looking at it. I am looking everywhere else, seeing if there's any other ones, if there's any holes they could be in, anything like that.
There doesn't appear to be anything else in here. You can see a rather unpleasant looking trail of like slime that this thing seems to have like let out, and that seems to go across the floor and up the wall and on the ceiling. Like yeah. If you had made more noise coming through, you can logically assume it probably would have gotten itself on the ceiling to attack you.
Well,
Yay.
You guys were very sneaky and quiet.
and
It's
we
a
have-
miracle.
All right.
Alrighty.
And now we get our reward.
You look over at the pile of treasure in the corner, and you can see a rather large pile of silver coins. It's about half the size. Not half the size. It's actually a lot smaller. Another smaller pile of gold coins. You can also see a few other bits and pieces lying around there. You can see what appears to be a small crossbow that seems to have some weird contraption attached to it. There also appears to be a very finely made, very lovingly crafted bit of what appears on first glance to be some farming equipment, like a simple hand tool. And there also appears to be a scroll of some sort. And at the very back appears to be a suit of armor designed for a small person.
What is the farming?
Pardon?
What is the farming?
Well, you recognize it, Primrose. You have one, except this one looks to be a lot nicer.
Oh,
It appears to be a nice, shiny sickle that looks very good.
is it bigger?
It is not bigger, it's just better made.
And
Does it look sharper?
It looks a lot sharper.
Oh, I want it.
in terms of actual D&D, it's probably masterwork.
I want it so bad. Oh.
Yes, it is a masterwork sickle.
Oh.
So
I would like to
that
take a look at
it
this
gives
roll.
a +1 to attack on it.
So I actually remember doing this, and I pull out my pack and take out all the gems I pulled out from bottom of the pool, and I'm like, okay, let's see what I have here, and I kind of take the pile of gold and kind of like get ready to put it in the pack with the rest of the gold.
Okay, can you please roll me 1d8?
Guys, I think we're gonna need more ogres.
I just look at you, and I'm like, you can tell there's a slightly horrified expression, like, and then I'm just like, cringe, and then go back to gathering up all the stuff. Okay.
It wasn't my idea.
I'm gonna grab a hold of the
6.
Okay.
scroll, and
Uh,
I'm going to very quickly, like as quickly as I can, remove my armor so there's no chance of fucking this up. I'm going to cast Read Magic.
Yep. Instantly, you get this out and you look at it, and you've not studied this spell yourself, but you know it exists. You have heard of it. This appears to be a scroll for Speak with Dead.
Lovely.
Huh. This isn't a spell I
And,
can use.
I think I could use it.
Can you cast Speak with Dead?
Sorcerers and wizards can.
Really? I
Or is
thought
that-
that cleric?
that's what I thought. The cleric is the one who does this.
It
This is
does
clearly a
appear
divine
to
scroll.
have written by a divine caster, a cleric, or of some description.
Ah, I see.
It is a divine scroll.
Bards
I'm
can
going
do
to take the
good
scroll.
luck.
Use magic device is only so good.
Well, Vako, in seeing what Kid did, he's going to go ahead and he's going to cast a spell of his own of Detect Magic to see if there's any other unknown goodies here.
Okay, go for it.
And so Vako's just going to like smack his hands together and just kind of rub them. And he's going to just put his hands out and he's going to look all weird and whatnot, trying to sense magic items around.
The only magic items you are sensing, there's the scroll, there's the crystal, and the belt you found from before, along with the potions. There doesn't appear to be any other magical items in this room.
All right.
Kids going to
Speaking of,
Go ahead.
looking.
The
Sorry,
Oh.
go for it.
sorry, that small suit of armor that you described, that's not magic.
No, it is not magic.
Okay, go ahead.
What type of armor is it?
It seems to be half plate.
Half plate.
That's
Oh yeah, that's heavy as heck.
A small size wouldn't be too terrible.
it's more the fact
mean-
that it is heavy armor, so it comes with
Yeah.
all the disadvantages.
Well, I'm sure it comes with all the cost. So
True.
we might be able to sell it for something really good.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm sure you could sell it to some child or halfling somewhere who wants to run around.
Oh yeah, totally. I'm going to throw the scroll at Eliza. In case one of us dies, here's how you get our wills.
Okay. Yeah. Archer, although, can you roll me 6 D100, please?
Alright.
Oh.
Should probably roll them on roll 20.
Yeah.
I was about to grab my dice. You said 100s?
Yes.
90, 62, and 7.
That was 3 D100s. He wanted
Yeah,
6.
6.
And 79, 19, and 90.
Okay, so you have seen these 6 gems, and let me just tell you what you have got. So the first one, it appears to be a solid sphere. Appears to be deep black. Looks kind of similar to a pearl. So you've got a black pearl. The next one, it appears to be quite similar, except it's silver. So you have a black pearl, a silver pearl. Pardon me. And then there is also a freshwater irregular pearl. So you've got 3 pearls: black, silver, and irregular. Then for the other ones, there is you know what? Make that 2 black pearls. We'll get the value of these in a moment. So you've got 2 black pearls, 2 irregular pearls, and you know what? 3 black pearls, because that would make sense to all get similar things. So what I need you to roll now for all of these lovely things, I need you to roll 2d4 3 times, once, and 4d4 2 times.
So 2d4 3 times.
Yep.
Okay, and then what was the next one?
4d4 twice, Was it twice or only once? Oh, no, once. Sorry. Well, actually, no. Roll me 4d4 one more time. Okay, so
Not terrible.
the way this works, so each of those black pearls, they are worth 700, 300, and 700 gold pieces.
2 700s.
The silver pearl appears to be worth 90 gold pieces.
Okay.
And the two irregular pearls seem to be worth 10 gold pieces each.
Okay, so 9 and then 10. Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, the silver is 90.
90.
So 90.
Alright.
Okay.
Is that the bag of gems that you hold out at the bottom of the
Yes.
tumbler? Yeah, okay. And were there any more gems in this pile?
In this pile here, no.
Okay. And after going through the rest of this, I'll go through and try and get a quick estimate of the amounts of gold and silver.
Yep. Making quick estimates, there looks to be about 700 pieces of gold here, and it'd take you a very long time to count out this silver. If you're willing to spend a good hour or so doing it, if you don't feel like you need to progress much further right now.
No, just is it 1,000? Is it 10,000? Is it 50,000? Is it 50?
It's over 10,000 silver pieces.
Wow. Okay.
Hot damn. Okay. While he's doing that, I would like to see if Spudnik is not too bad about me taking something from his hoard for a little bit. I would like to get the belt and the gem, if at all
Yes,
possible.
you certainly can do that if you want to pull those out.
Sure. Hey, Primrose. Vaco and I took a crack at these, but we couldn't really see what they did. Do you happen to know what they do?
Seeing that, I'm also interested, and could I roll a knowledge arcana to see what they do?
Do what
If
do?
you have a rank in it, yes, you can.
I have 2.
Go for it.
Because I have a sister. And I crit.
Good lord.
Nice.
Nice. What are you more interested in, the
belt.
belt or the crystal?
The belt.
I mean, the
Definitely
belt's a
the belt.
belt, so we could easily test that if we don't know what it does.
I would, but as my character, he'd be more interested in the belt.
Okay, you're
That's-
taking a good solid look at this belt, and you kind of wiggle it around, and you go, and then you look, and on it there appears to be an embroidered image of a fire-breathing dragon. You kind of stretch it out, and you kind of whip it around a little bit, give it even a good sniff, and go, I think if someone was to wear this, if they could breathe fire, it would be better. Or, not just fire. If they could breathe anything, wearing this would probably make that better.
Anyone here a breath weapon user?
I reach up and I grab it, sort of gingerly, looking a little confused, and assuming no one else speaks up, because I don't think anyone else has a breath weapon, I straighten out my left arm for Spudnik to crawl down, and I motion him down, and then as he crawls down onto my hand, I bring the belt up, and I just kind of press the tip of it around his waist.
Yeah, if you want to wrap that around Spudnik.
Well, I assume it's way too big for him, but when I start wrapping it around him, does it start to size down or anything?
Oh yeah, magic items do scale to fit their wearer.
Yeah.
So it shrinks down. It gets a beautiful little. It's now teeny tiny, and it just
It's a collar!
happily flips around. In fact, yeah, we can make it a collar instead of a belt for Spudnik.
I don't think Spudnik likes collars. He's a dragon.
It would still occupy the waist slot.
Yeah, it would just mean if you wanted it to be something.
No, it's like a
different, but-
pretty necklace around his neck.
He
But
doesn't
it's
like
not.
the symbolism.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's a free dragon.
He sends a telepathic message to you, Flit. I don't like the symbolism of being controlled and owned, Papa. I am my own person.
Okay.
Okay, so Spudnik puts this on, and he feels like, yeah, if I was to unleash a breath attack, it would be more powerful. That's what I feel from wearing this.
Okay, give it a shot, just like we practiced.
And I hold up my arm with him on my hand and like sort of point him off away from everybody else.
What Spudnik does is, I haven't gotten around to writing up stats for this yet, so that's something we'll do off stream at some point.
That's fine.
But he kind of opens it up and he kind of unleashes like a very. It's not huge. It's about a 10-foot cone, so I'd assume you're going to direct it away from everybody.
Yeah.
So it's a small 10-foot cone. It blasts out in a small burst of fire, and then Spudnik kind of shakes his head, like a dog or a cat or something. He goes, and then he thinks to you, "That was big, Papa."
Yeah, it was. All right, well, I didn't expect that to work on you, but yay.
So the way that works, we'll figure this out. But basically, this belt increases the damage die of his breath weapon by 1.
Nice.
And it also increases the DC of the save by 1.
Cool.
Nice.
So
that
that's
will
what
be
that
useful.
mechanically.
Yeah.
Obviously, there is also still that magical crystal. You guys have no idea what it does.
So, is anyone else like you already examined the crystal and sort of didn't get anything else off it, right?
Well, we found out that
Archer hasn't examined it yet.
That's me.
I can do that.
I'm
I
kind of
don't know
like
if Archer-
looking at it.
Can Archer
But-
read Draconic?
Yep, I can.
Okay, then you'd see the message too.
What does it say?
What does it say?
The writing on the, well, more like engraving, carving on the back of his crystal, it seems to describe a game, like using the creature as a parable-esque tale. It seems to describe how to drain life force from an opponent. So, using some creature that does that as an example. I don't want to say vampire, but that kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hard to make out because it's really old. It's very damaged, but it basically describes the action of restoring your own personal life essence by inflicting damage upon others.
Well, that's loud.
All right. Okay. And with a 13, do I get anything from it? Do I know?
Doesn't look like it's giving anything.
Okay. So I don't know what the crystal
more
does.
obvious yet.
Okay.
Let's see if Primrose knows.
Just hand it off to Primrose.
Would it be our knowledge arcana, Matt?
Knowledge Arcana or Spellcraft, whichever is higher. Or you have Bardic knowledge as well, if you would choose to do that instead.
Spellcraft and arcana are the same. Where would I see Bardic?
It's a very special check.
Yeah, your Bardic, like we've got it added as a skill right at the very bottom of your skill list.
It's very unique and useful.
And it's only 2 out of. So my other things are better actually.
Probably do knowledge arcana then.
Your Bardic knowledge is only 2?
It should at
Yeah.
least be 4.
Yeah, that's what I was
So
thinking.
it's 4 plus your intelligence modifier, plus an additional 2 if you have 5 ranks in Knowledge Arcana. No, Knowledge History, even.
I have 3 of those.
So yeah,
So
it would still be 4 plus your intelligence.
So D20
Yeah.
plus 6?
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I can do that one.
Yeah, your bardic knowledge would be much better. I don't think it needs updating on your sheet.
So yeah, d20 plus
So it should be-
6.
So it should be 4.
It should be a plus 6.
Yeah, that has been done. So if you just roll it, +6 should come up. If not, we'll just add 4 to it.
Yeah. That's all too good.
Okay.
Okay. 15. You can't learn anything specific about this crystal, but having a good look at it, and you'll have heard stories of crystals like this, and you can tell vaguely from the shape because one side of it, the side which has these engravings and writings on, appears to be flat, as if it has been embedded into something at some point. I think a player just figured out what this is.
Yep. Very much so.
Okay, we got to test this. Primrose, take the crystal, jam it into the bottom of that sickle you just got.
What? Okay. I don't think I've touched a sickle yet, though. Okay, I guess I do that. A little
Okay.
cautiously.
Yep. It's fairly easy. It's almost like if you place the crystal to the pardon me, the handle of the sickle, it almost like self-adhesivize itself. That's the word. I don't care if it's not real. It is now. It just
Adheres.
sticks itself to the bottom of your new sickle. Kid, what are you going to tell her to do now? Because I don't think Primrose or Beck has any clue what you're asking of her.
Okay, so that does confirm my archaeological theory, since it self-adhesified itself to the bottom of it.
Elder's just like, oh my gosh, it's an
Okay.
enchanting crystal.
After hearing all these big words flying around, I take 2 big steps back.
Okay,
I hold it
kid's
out
going
in front of me
to-
like, what the heck?
kid's gonna hold his arm out like this. One way to test it, hit me.
Go over and I
I'm
immediately
sorry, no?
knew that he was going to say that, and I jump in between them. I'm like, no. What did we talk
Yeah,
about?
I'm not going to do this.
This is for. Okay, let's say
Science.
science. Let's say science. This is for science.
What
I'll
is
just hit him.
science?
It won't hurt him that badly. Just hit him.
I can take a hit from an old woman. Go, come on, hit me
Eliza
with it.
walks up. She puts herself behind Kid and goes, "And I'll heal him instantly. It'll be okay."
Come on, it'll be awesome. Go.
Do it. Do it.
What do you need me to roll? I have a
Just
critical
regular
hit.
roll
attack.
damage. He's letting you hit him.
I don't even have an armor
what
on at the
is-
moment, so it should be super easy.
Just roll
Just give me
damage
a-
if he's letting you hit him.
So roll the damage for your sickle.
Fine, Jesus. The crazy cheese. Is it 6?
Yeah, d6 plus your strength.
So
That's
a
my
negative.
strength.
This is why I wasn't concerned.
Of course. So just whatever this is minus 4.
Okay.
Yeah. You just hit him for max damage.
Oh, that hurts.
So
Okay.
-1 for your strength, isn't it? So not quite max damage.
It's 4 damage.
But it's still pretty good. You know, you lined the sickle up. You were supposed to just like give a little nick, but instead you just like sliced it down. You go, ooh, that's a damn good sickle.
Oh, sweet fucking lord. Okay. Do you feel anything?
like,
Yes,
this is
Primrose. Upon doing this, you feel, because as you make the cut, a single drop of blood whips its way down the blade of a sickle and down into where the crystal has been embedded into the handle. And as you are holding it, you feel revitalized by 1 hit point.
Oh,
You
well, this is
feel
neat,
good.
Eliza.
You feel
Life
good.
train.
Making Kid bleed made you feel good.
Made both of us feel good.
Oh God.
Oh god.
Has Kid just awakened a fetish?
Oh no.
No, he's known about it for a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and call that good.
So, yeah.
I'm ready for a cigarette.
I am as well. We were meant to take a break like about an hour ago, so everyone could go bathroom and whatnot quickly. But
while we're on break, can you help me figure out how to put this on my chair on my street?
so
Sure thing.
as far as you understand, when you hit people with anything this crystal attached to, it heals you a hit point. That's as far as you understand.
Eliza, I understand hit points now.
Oh, that's good that you can understand the metaphysical concept that makes no sense to us as living, breathing, understanding creatures. Anyway, I suddenly feel the urge to take a short break, so whatever creating god of sorts can go and have a cigarette and relieve himself.
Sounds good.
Sounds good to me.
So with that, we're going to take a quick break for maybe like 5 minutes, absolute maximum.
We can wrap up.
And after that, we'll be right back.
Alrighty, and
Stick around. There'll be more fun. So, catch you in a few minutes. Okay, so uh, I believe we're back. Welcome back, everybody. Things we forgot to do earlier because TJ mentioned a decapitated cat, and we all got very much wrapped up in the humor of that. Um, you should totally follow Welcome to the Party
Yes.
on, well, here on Twitch, because there's great things that happen if you become a subscriber. TJ will describe those things to you briefly in a moment. You should also follow them on Twitter at Welcome Party RPG. There is also a great Discord group. You can find the link down there. And when we wrap up here, which actually won't be in too long, maybe about 20 minutes or so, this stream is going to head on over to a very good friend of ours at Welcome to the Party. Is going to head over to Castle Mac. I believe they're continuing their Curse of Strahd game. So if you like depressing vampires, continue watching and check that out. It'll be fun and great and full of bad things that happen to your lovely player characters. There is also another thing that's meant to be happening uh, that's supposed to be starting at 8:30. A D&D 5th edition game based with on some things from Magic the Gathering. I
Ooh.
don't quite have the full details, but I'm sure if you stick around, you will find out about it. I think that is meant to be playing on here, as far as my understanding goes. I was meant to get more information. I didn't do a good job. I am bad at giving information to people. You know what? Just stay here. Live here. Like, always watch Welcome to the Party. Don't watch anything else ever. Watch this forever, and everything will be good.
Matt
Yep.
Cast suggestion.
Yeah, we don't ask much. Just watch nothing but this for eternity.
All we demand is your undying devotion.
Yep.
That too. And you know what you also could do that'd be really good? You could totally subscribe and
And
donate some bits or tips or whatever, and some great things can happen. What are these great things, TJ?
Well, just for subscribing to the channel, you can get a free crit to give away to a player of your choice on a game of your choice anywhere on the channel once per month. And if you want to donate to us, either some bits or some dollars, there's all sorts of other things you can get. You can get more crits, either successes or fails, to give away to players or even the DM of your choice. And if you want, you can go all the way up to influencing the game in ways such as creating your own NPC that Matt will have to finagle in here somewhere for us to do, or in one of the other games if you so choose. If you choose to make a mistake like that, we can't stop you. Or if you want to even go up to altering our character sheets, you can add +1 to a character's stat block, which if that ever starts happening, is going to get really interesting.
Oh yeah.
Give me
I don't know.
wisdom
I don't know
so
how
I
I feel
don't
about
keep
that
running in.
We will knock that wisdom into you.
A leash is cheaper. And as that said, that's Welcome Party RPG on both Twitch and Twitter, and the Discord link is down below if you're watching us here. And I just wanted to give a shout out to the show that just started up today that precedes us now, known as Blades in the Dark. They're doing another RPG system. I didn't quite catch the name of it, but we'll get that next time and have that for you. And I believe they just had their premiere game today, and it looked like they were having a lot of fun. So hopefully they have some good times coming for anybody else who's looking for other alternative content. And as you said, also Matt, we have Castle Mac following us, and they're doing the Curse of Strahd. So if you want something a little more gothic, and I think they're playing 5th edition while they do it, then maybe that's your turn. Maybe that's where you want to go with it. But we only have a few minutes left here, so Matt, why don't you take us back into it?
So, jumping right back in, you've figured out slowly and surely what all these different magical items you've collected through this mine shaft do. You're all looking a little bit beat up, a little bit tired. What would you like to do?
There can't be much more through here.
Well, applying basic logic, and if any of you have been able to count, if anyone's been keeping a personal scoring sheet, you've killed about 40 goblins in this entire thing. You're fairly certain that's how many they said were in here. So
That's like God.
Over by Angus, what is that? Is that a doorway that he's above?
that is a mistake.
That does not exist. It is just a hallway.
I was trying to draw something and realized I'm not good enough at art. So
Okay.
I gave up.
I walk over
Alright.
there, and then I pointedly start walking, and then I just stop, and I look at Flick, and just kind of like back up and let him go in front of me.
There you go. All right.
Thank you.
Flick, see us out.
All right, and I'm going to move silently and hiddenly around this corner and look for traps, pitfalls, and then peek around the corner and see what I see.
He's like a weird two-legged cat with a lizard riding on his back.
Well, what you see is as you look ahead of you, you see that some of the floor seems to not be there. It looks as if it's collapsed or been dismantled, or there might have been some tracks at one point that went across this, but whatever they were, they have been taken out or destroyed. So there are three small pillars of remaining landmass between you and what appears to be the rest of the corridor.
Keldor, carry Baco, please.
Yeah. And there's
I'm
nothing
actually
that I
gonna
can
pull
see
out my
over me.
rope and hand one end off to whoever takes it.
I'll
Baco
go
will take
first.
it.
And
Well,
I,
Keldor, you're the best at jumping. You should probably go first.
yep, I just
Not
go
bad
up.
plan.
But before, there's nothing on the other landing that we can see.
It's it immediately, almost immediately, seems to veer off up to the north or right from you guys.
Okay. And there's no light coming around the corner or anything?
No, there is not.
Okay.
I
And
go
are there
to
torches still lit on the path behind us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I take one, or are they thoroughly embedded in the wall?
They are embedded into the wall, but you can pull one out. These are ever burning torches.
Yeah,
I'll
I
take
would like to shimmy one out too.
Ooh, yeah, me too. Those are very nice to have.
Everybody's
So, okay,
like
you're all
suddenly
burning
like,
yourself
ooh,
with an ever-burning
torches.
torch?
I mean, I'll love never having to prepare a light spell. That's good.
Yeah. I thought I said I took one a couple episodes ago, but just in
Oh,
case, and for
if you
sure
took
saying
one,
it now.
took one, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Keldor, if you're going to try and get across this, can you please roll me 3 jump checks?
Okay, 1 second.
Unless you're going to try and clear the whole distance in a single one. You've got 3
No.
small ones to...
Because I'm assuming that would be much more difficult.
Yes, it would. Because that's...
I'm actually going to stop for a moment, and I'm going to take off my chain shirt armor just so that it's a little bit easier, just in case.
Good call.
Give-
I've got a feather fall in case you go tumbling.
Did he hand us the other end of his rope?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have the other one kind of like wrapped around my waist.
All right. I go over and stand next to Kid and like put my hands on his thigh like I'm gonna brace him.
Those are
What you doing there?
bad rolls, but I still did well.
Hey, I can hold on to it.
Oh, I need you to roll one more. Sorry.
One more. Sounds good. Hope I don't crit fail. Nope.
Yep. With them, they're all above a 10. And these are very close, so it is doable. You're actually pretty solid. In fact, it's kind of like you go... You kind of take like just very big strides as you go 1, 2, 3, and then you jump and make it onto the other side.
Yeah. Sweet. Ooh.
Let's have
And
those
then I
bring up the rear.
stop and I just kind of have the rope. Is there anything I could tie out the rope off to?
You could tie it up onto one of the ever-burning torches embedded in the wall.
I'm probably stronger than that. I'm gonna keep holding on to it. And just hold it and kind of have people try and hold on to the rope and kind of go across that way.
Yeah.
An assist.
I will hand the other end of the rope off to Unst if he's following along.
Oh yeah. Unst is there. He'll hold that.
With the rope, can I take 10 on the jumps?
I will give you an additional +5 because it's kind of hard to jump and hold rope.
Okay.
It's going to help, but
Yeah.
10 is a bit
Okay, then in that case, I will go ahead and hold it. Let's see. Here comes the jump check. Kid's reasonably okay at jumping, especially when he doesn't have his armor on.
Have you factored in the +5 on these?
I have not. I have no way of adding the +5, so
Yeah,
that was
so
first one to be
you go
19,
5
second one to be
higher
21.
with the rope.
Yep.
Wow. Good jumps there.
Kid's actually fairly decently good at being physical.
Yeah. Kid, you don't even need the rope. You can do the exact same as Carl. You go hop, 2, 3, jump to the other side.
Right. Get myself over there. I want to look around the corridor if I can.
Yep. Want to look up?
It's going to take a while for us to get over there, so as much as I'd like to wait for Flick, I can at least poke my head around and see what I can find.
You look up the corridor. It seems to open up to a small circular shaft. There appears to be a ladder, and it seems to go up.
Okay. Well, it looks like that's pretty easy. I'll walk up this way so that we don't have to clutter up the thing. We should be
Yep.
fine.
That's actually pretty funny. I have over 100 pounds of gold coins on me, and I'm still at a medium load.
That's some fun.
So, who's trying next to get across?
Oh gosh.
I mean, Vaco could go.
Yep.
Oh, wait, I've got the feather fall. I need to walk back.
Oh, I was muted. I'm happy to go next.
Wait,
I kind of hold the rope lower so that you can reach it easier.
No, okay. And what I do is I walk up to the edge and I take out my rope and I'm gonna form a U and then wrap it around myself. And then I'm going to loop it over the rope. And then I'm gonna tie it off around my waist again so that I just have a little harness. And then I'm gonna motion back to Unst and Keldor. Okay, lift it up nice and high. But Unst, lift it a little higher than Keldor, would ya? And I'm just gonna ride it down like a zip line.
Yep. Uns just goes, whoop, holds his rope up above his head. You have made a makeshift zip line.
Perfect.
You just slide across.
And I get to the other side and I untie myself, dust myself off, and have a way too pleased with myself look on my face.
Yeah, Flick, you're a smart little piece of shit. Everyone else kind of looks around and goes, "That's really fucking clever." Can you send that rope over so we can all do that?
Yeah, sure. If no one else brought rope, here.
Well, actually, you all have rope because you're all given a piece by.
Yeah,
the
I was gonna say I
Lord
thought there was
Will.
an abundance of rope going around.
So, if you all want to take 20 on a used rope check, you can all just make a harness and zip line across.
Hella.
perfect.
The
All right.
last one is Unst. Unst is the only one who needs to get across.
Yep. If everyone's okay taking 20 to get across, then Unst just needs to roll his checks.
God, I have to stay in here, don't I?
Fine. Yeah, Unst. In fact, I'm curious if he was to give himself a run up. No, he wouldn't have made that, but he made the 4 separate ones. Considering if he could make a single leap, but no, he couldn't. He made the 4 small ones, so everyone has made it across.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
Come on, Vaco, let's go. Okay.
He
It's
would
like
have made
Vodka
it.
just whoop.
Like, that's the point where the rope breaks, because history repeats itself.
So as I described to coding, this appears to be it goes up quite high, and there is a single ladder. It seems to go directly up.
And this time I say, we don't know what's up there. Do you really want to go first? Looking at Flick.
Well, I look up there. Is there like a hatch or something covering it, or does it just ascend into darkness?
It appears to go further than you can see up.
Okay. Even holding the ever-burning torch up as high as we can. We can't illuminate the top.
Holding that up. Okay. You're a halfling. You have low light vision, don't you?
Nope.
No, I don't think so.
I do. No, I have dark vision. That's different.
With the dark vision, you can see right up through. So you get the 60 feet of regular, and then 30. You can see like about 120 feet even through darkness.
Okay.
You can see. Okay, it kind of leads up, and it appears there's like a thin sliver of light coming from the side of the shaft. So it looks as if this ladder leads to a ledge further up, but quite far up.
I describe that to Flick, and I'm like, "Are you sure you want to go first? Up to you."
I can go first if you want. If something gets bad, I'll let go of the rope and featherfall myself down.
I just
Yeah,
stand
that sounds
back
like a
and
winner.
gesture him to the ladder.
Okay. I'm going to put the ever-burning torch between my teeth and start climbing up.
And I'm
All right.
gonna follow not right behind him, but like 20 feet behind him.
This torch tastes like shit.
And I'm loading a crossbow. Well, I guess I don't have to load my crossbow bolts anymore. I just hold my new repeating crossbow.
Well, it now comes in a clip of 5.
Yeah.
But I don't have to like load it and unload it every time I pick it up or point it somewhere, right? It's just kind of continuously loaded.
Yeah, until you've done the 5, and then you need to replace the clip.
Yeah.
And it takes a full round action to replace the clip?
Yeah, you're not trained with it, so it's going to take you a little bit longer.
I have quick draw too, so if that
Quick
that
draw,
will-
actually,
That might do it.
Oh, you need rapid reload.
Ah,
To
Ah.
do better.
all right.
But quick draw means
Well-
you can just pull it out, shoot, and put it away. So
From further notice, Flick will definitely be taking a few minutes each day, just practicing unloading and loading that cartridge faster and faster.
that is absolutely fine. And that will eventually stack up into gaining proficiency with it, so you wouldn't get the -4.
Cool.
Well, there isn't a -4 because firing a crossbow is firing a crossbow. I don't. If I understand, like, okay, you're a rogue, so you have proficiency of hand crossbows, but I understand like a fighter struggling with a hand crossbow. It's like, I'm not used to this teeny tiny pinky little thing. It's a crossbow. You know how to make a crossbow bloody well work. Over time, probably wouldn't take you long. About the same amount of time it'd take to train an animal to do a trick, so maybe a week. You would learn to load and reload very quickly with it. So,
Nice.
if you were to continue doing that, you would eventually learn to rapid as well.
Awesome.
Does anything accost us as we climb the ladder?
No, there doesn't appear to be anything. However, as you get higher and higher and higher up the ladder, there is a definite chill in the air, and you hear the sound of wind billowing through and creating a very loud echo in the top of this shaft. And
It seems like it's going outside now.
as you continue to ascend, you eventually reach this ledge, and it's actually really bright at this ledge. When you pull yourself up, you realize that you are in a small cave, like a very small, less than 10-foot cave, and there is a painfully bright, almost white light coming from outside of it.
Alrighty. And I assume we all get up there and fine.
Oh yeah. You get up there, absolutely fine.
Okay. Now, I've got one last idea. Since this is mildly protected and kind of gets us where we need to go, why don't we set up right here? Get some of our strength back and then start anew.
And with that, I start taking out my winter blanket and canvas and covering the entrance to the. We can sleep comfortably.
Oh,
That is a genius idea. It's almost as if you have figured out that this is approximately well, this is where the dungeon ends and the mountain begins. So
Nice.
you can get a good full night's rest. So restore all your spells. Who needs hit points? Because Eliza will burn the rest of her spells now doing heals.
Me.
Oh well, shit! I'll do that then.
I'm good. Hey Matt, I
Yeah.
would like to take 20 overnight while everyone's resting to go through basically the entire dungeon and check for any missed doors or entrances or anything like that.
Yeah, you can do that. The only hidden door you found was the one leading to where those wolves were. This is a working mine. There's not really need to keep hidden doors.
Yeah, I figured. Just
Mhm.
wanted to make sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's fine.
and
So Keldor, you need healing, right?
Oh yes.
Little, medium, or large?
20.
Pardon? You need 20? Okay, you're going to need a large one to guarantee it then. Okay, 10, 15, 20. Exactly.
Sweet.
That was fortunate. Is anyone else low on hit points in any way, shape, or form?
Kid was at 14 before I immediately put them back to where they need to go. In that case, take a large if there's one available.
There's one more. You get 21.
Okay, that'd be enough.
And then Eliza is just going to burn the rest of them, healing Unst.
Good plan.
So,
Okay.
That.
during the night, like as I said, I'm gonna go around and check everywhere. I'm gonna grab a nice big fat rat when I go by the rats. And when I come back and everybody's asleep, I'm gonna take like offer to take a watch. And at some point when Kid seems deep asleep, I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna place it gently on his chest.
Very nice.
And that'll be perfect to start with next session because
Alrighty.
time, everybody. So
All right.
thank you very much for joining us. I am the Bardic Knock. You can find me on Twitter, on Patreon if you don't want to get some money. No pressure. You can also find me on YouTube. You should also check out our lovely Knight Keldor. Check out Archer's DeviantArt over on there. It's RVI. It should have been on your screen. Also check out the person who did the artwork for Kid. That link is somewhere on the screen as well.
Just below mine.
Yep. See, he knows what he's doing. He put links everywhere. So, other than that, hope you enjoyed it. Tune in next week as they're no longer in a mine shaft. They're climbing a mountain instead. So,
Woohoo!
we look
Prepare for
forward
3
to
hours of
that.
frostbite.
Yeah, that should be fun.
TJ, stop looking at my notes. So, once again, thank you, everybody. I'm going to say my name one more time just in case you didn't get it. Bardic Knock. Follow me places. Like, not in real life, because that's illegal. But
Oh, come
on the
on.
internet, it's totally
Ruin
fine.
my weekend plans.
I mean, you'd kind of have to fly.
You're assuming I don't already live in his attic, which is a big assumption.
That would explain so much. Yeah. Other than that, I need to get better at finishing these things. I never know what to say. Just click all the links and follow people, and like things.
Okay, we love you. Bye.
Say thanks, bye.
Goodbye.
Archie, hit the button.